The stars above Earth were calm. The long peace had lasted for 1,000 years. No wars, no invasions, no major space battles, but today, that peace was about to break. At exactly 0300 hours, Earth's deep space sensors started screaming. Red lights flashed across every military command center. An alien fleet, massive, dangerously large, had crossed into human space. The invasion had begun. First 5 to 7 minutes suspense hook, in the underground command bunker of the United Earth Defense Force (UEDF). Fleet Admiral Kane stood in front of the big screen. The room was dark except for the glowing red warnings. A cold silence filled the air. Dozens of officers watched the screen. Their faces showed shock, fear, disbelief. But Kane, he stood still, like stone. The main screen showed thousands of alien ships entering human space, battleships, carriers, destroyers, fighters, all moving in attack formation. It was not a mistake. It was not a drill. This was a highly dangerous situation. Admiral, the alien fleet has passed the border marker, one young officer reported. His voice was shaking. Another shouted, "They're jamming civilian channels. No communication possible." A third officer called out, "Energy readings, sir. They're charging weapons." Everyone expected Admiral Kane to panic. Everyone waited for him to yell, to order full evacuation, to scream for reinforcements. But Kane just smiled. A cold, dangerous smile. "They finally did it," he said quietly. The officers turned toward him, confused. "Sir," one asked. Kane walked slowly toward the big screen. His voice was calm but heavy like steel. "They just entered dangerous territory," he said. "They crossed the line we never wanted crossed." Kane pointed at the map. "Send the order," he said. One officer blinked. "What order, sir?" Kane looked at him. "The hunt." The room froze. For 1,000 years, that order had never been used. But today, it was back. The hunt had begun. The alien fleet, confident but blind on board the alien flagship Varkal Dominion, High Commander Lothar stood with pride. He watched human space grow larger on his map. "This is too easy." Lothar laughed. His officers laughed with him. "Humans are weak." One alien captain said. "They've grown lazy with peace," said another. Lothar nodded. "They will surrender. They always talk peace. They won't fight." The alien fleet kept moving forward, but what they didn't know, what they couldn't see, what their sensors couldn't detect, human ships were already moving, cloaked, silent, deadly. Waiting for the perfect moment. Back on Earth, the first human response inside the UEDF command center. Admiral Kane gave rapid orders. "Activate Black Fleet Protocol," he said. "All Ghost Squadrons. Deploy all platforms. Standby. All sleeper satellites. Online." Officers moved quickly. The human military had prepared for this day for centuries. In secret, in silence. While the galaxy thought humans were soft, they had been building weapons, training soldiers, upgrading fleets, waiting for someone foolish enough to break the truce. Across the solar system, hidden bases powered up. Satellites disguised as space debris turned into deadly railgun stations. Stealth fighters left. Dark hangars, deep space mines became active. Earth's orbit became a web of silent, invisible death. The first contact, dangerous warning gay single human destroyer-class ship, named Hades, moved toward the alien fleet. Tiny compared to the alien battleships. Outnumbered. Outgunned. But moving forward, fast, like it didn't care. On board the Varkal Dominion, alien sensors picked up the human ship. "Just one ship," Lothar laughed. "Is this their response? One little ship?" He opened a communication channel. "This is High Commander Lothar of the Varkal Dominion. Identify yourself and surrender." Silence. Then, a human voice replied. One sentence. Cold, unforgiving. "You've entered dangerous territory. Proceed, at your own risk." Then the channel went dead. No further messages. Just silence. The human trap. First Blood. High Commander Lothar was angry. "How dare they threaten me?" he shouted. He ordered 3 alien destroyers to intercept the human ship. They surrounded the Hades, but before they could fire, the Hades launched something small. It wasn't a missile, it wasn't a torpedo, it wasn't strange, it looked like a metal sphere the size of a basketball. The alien captains laughed. "What is this toy?" one of them said. Then, the sphere exploded, not with fire but with an electromagnetic pulse. A black wave of energy spread fast. The 3 alien ships lost all power instantly. Lights off. Engines dead, weapons offline. They drifted, helpless. And then, the Hades opened fire. One by one, the alien destroyers exploded. 3 ships destroyed in less than 30 seconds. Lothar stared at the screen. What just happened? He shouted. His officers had no answers. Panic started spreading. This is highly dangerous. One alien officer whispered. Lothar's face turned pale. This is impossible, he said. But it was just the beginning. Across human space, more dangerous moves all over human-controlled space. Hidden fleets started moving. Cloaked human cruisers crossed deep space. Strike teams activated in asteroid fields. Drones, programmed for ambush, launched from secret stations. The humans were not running. They were hunting. And every human ship, every human soldier, carried one message: do not stop, do not retreat, do not leave survivors. Civilian evacuation, no. It was a trap on nearby human colonies. The aliens expected to see people running in fear. Instead, the cities stayed quiet, shops closed, lights off, no movement. Then, alien landing ships tried to enter one colony atmosphere. They were met with a storm of surface-to-air missiles. Anti-air lasers cut through the alien ships. Alien troops burned in the sky before they even landed. This was not a normal planet. This was a fortress, hiding in plain sight. Another trap. Psychological warfare. Humans smile back inside the Varkal Dominion. Alien officers were getting scared. They sent hundreds of surveillance drones forward. None returned. They tried to jam human communications, but humans jammed them back. Worse. Then, every alien screen inside their ships suddenly turned on. A hacked video appeared. It showed human soldiers smiling, laughing, some playing cards, some drinking coffee, all of them with weapons ready. And then a voice spoke from the hacked video. You thought we forgot how to fight. Wrong choice. The video ended. Lothar smashed his console. This is becoming lethally dangerous, he shouted. The final scene the hunt begins in the last moments of part 1. The camera or story focus moves back to Admiral Kane. He stood, watching the big screen. He saw the alien fleet hesitating, pausing, confused, afraid, double quotes. Good, Kane whispered. Let them feel it. Behind him, more human ships jumped into position, cloaked, silent, hunters waiting for prey. The hunt had truly begun. This time, there would be no mercy. The stars around the alien fleet burned bright, but inside the alien ships, fear was growing. High Commander Lothar stood on the bridge of the Varkal Dominion, staring at the empty space ahead. His massive fleet had just witnessed something impossible. 3 of his destroyers, wiped out by one small human ship. And now, complete silence, no human response, no retreat, just that deadly message still ringing in his ears. You've entered dangerous territory. Proceed at your own risk. First 5 to 7 minutes suspense hook. Alien officers rushed around the bridge, shouting status reports. Commander, enemy electronic warfare is spreading. Sir, we are losing long-range sensors. Commander, our navigation systems are glitching. We're seeing false targets. Lothar grabbed the edge of the command table, grinding his teeth. This is impossible, he yelled. These humans, they shouldn't have this technology. He slammed his fist down. I want every ship, forward, full power. If they want war, we'll show them what true firepower looks like. The alien fleet charged deeper into human space. They didn't know. They were running straight into a trap, a highly dangerous, incredibly deadly trap. Human Black Fleet, silent but deadly in the darkness of space. Far ahead of the alien fleet, hidden human ships waited. This was the Black Fleet. Invisible to sensors, cloaked with next-gen tech, built for one thing: silent, lethal, sudden attack. On board the human stealth cruiser Shadowlands, Captain Myra Cole gave the order, Ghost Protocol, activate. Her officers smiled. They loved this part. Dozens of human stealth drones launched, spreading around the alien fleet without detection, some attached to alien hulls, some floated nearby like harmless debris, but all of them armed and ready. The message, dangerous warning, sent. High Commander Lothar received a new communication signal, this time from deep inside Earth's military command. The human voice was cold, calm, dangerous. This is Admiral Kane of the United Earth Defense Force. This is your final warning. Leave our space now or face total destruction. Lothar laughed loudly. Total destruction. From these fragile humans, he cut the channel. Prepare all weapons, he ordered. Fire on every human ship in range. But as he gave the command, suddenly, every screen on the alien ships went black. The blackout playing a dangerous game inside the Varkal Dominion. Total panic started. Sir, all systems down. We've lost radar, missile control, offline, shields collapsing. The alien ships sat helpless, blind in the dark. Then small explosions started, all across the alien fleet. Boom, 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 tiny. Random blasts. Inside engine rooms. Inside control centers. Inside weapon bays. One after another. Like the fleet was falling apart from the inside. What's happening? Lothar screamed. An officer whispered, terrified. Sabotage from inside. They had no idea. The stealth drones were doing their job, attaching, hacking, disabling, and some exploding. The counterattack. Human strike first. At that same moment, the Black Fleet decloaked. Dozens of human warships appeared from nowhere. Railguns fired, missiles launched, laser cannons lit the darkness. One alien cruiser after another exploded in violent fireballs. The aliens tried to fight back, but with no sensors, no shields, no guidance systems. They were just sitting targets. It was a massacre. The human strategy, unpredictably dangerous on Earth. Admiral Kane watched the battle live feed. Let them feel it, he said softly. His strategy was simple, not just win the battle, but break the enemy's mind, confuse them, blind them, scare them, make them regret entering human space. Inside the alien flagship, Chaos and Farron, the Varkal Dominion, Lothar grabbed his second-in-command. Restart. Systems. Now we're trying, sir, but their virus, it's spreading. Eating through our firewalls. Another explosion rocked the ship. Hull breaches started. Crew members screamed as oxygen vented into space. Lothar's face turned pale for the first time. He felt fear, real deep fear. We underestimated them, he whispered. The message plays again, dangerous psychological warfare as the alien flagship shook. Every speaker on the ship suddenly activated. A human voice, loud and clear, echoed through every hallway. This is what happens when you play a dangerous game. In our territory, then, human laughter filled the airwaves, chilling, cold, confident. Lothar covered his ears, growling in frustration. Make it stop, shut it down. But they couldn't. The humans controlled their systems now. The alien retreat, trying to escape with over 30 alien ships destroyed and many more disabled. Lothar finally gave the order. All ships, retreat, full speed. The alien fleet turned, trying to run back to the border, but humans weren't done yet. Human hunter-killer frigates chased them, firing at engines, disabling warp drives, cutting off escape. Alien ships exploded one by one as they tried to flee. Was falling apart. The dangerous choice, surrender or total loss inside his damaged command bridge. Lothar received one last transmission. Admiral Kane's face appeared on the cracked screen. His words, calm but lethal. Leave now. And never. Come back, or stay, and be destroyed. Lothar's officers begged him. Sir, let's go. We can't win this. Lothar's pride screamed for revenge, but survival instinct won. Order the jump to hyperspace, he said. The few alien ships with working engines jumped, running away, broken, humiliated. Humans celebrate. Quietly inside the Shadowlands, Captain Mira Cole smiled. We let them run, her officer asked. For now, she replied. The Admiral wants them scared, running back to their homeworld, telling stories about how dangerous humans are now. She looked out the window at the debris field. Wrecked alien ships, floated burning, dead. Let them tell the galaxy, Mira whispered. We're done playing nice. Final scene. Dangerous plans continue back on Earth. Admiral Kane sat alone in his office. He opened a secure file marked Top Secret, Eyes Only. It was a plan. A war plan. For full counter-invasion into alien space. Kane smiled one last time. This was just the welcome party, he said. Then he pressed a button. A new order sent to every human fleet. Phase 2. Prepare for hunt operations. The cold darkness of deep space never changed. But today, something dangerous was moving inside it. The aliens had broken the 1,000-year truce. They entered human space, they attacked, and they failed. Now, it was humanity's turn, and this time, humans were not holding back. First 5 to 7 minutes, suspense, hook, inside a hidden underground base on Mars, deep below the surface. Hundreds of soldiers sat in dark hangars that were silent, focused, dressed in black armor. No ranks shown, no names, just one symbol on their chest. The Hunter's Mark. These were the Ghost Teams. Elite human strike forces, trained for one thing only, hunt and destroy enemies inside their own space. Suddenly, sirens echoed through the base. Red lights flashed. A cold robotic voice spoke over the speakers. Hunt order confirmed. All teams, deploy. The soldiers stood up without hesitation. No fear. No doubt. They were ready to go into the most dangerous places. and leave nothing behind. Human fleets moving like predators across the solar system. Multiple human fleets activated. From Jupiter's dark moons, from Saturn's icy rings, from asteroid belts. Hundreds of stealth ships left their hidden positions. They moved fast, they moved silent. Their destination, alien space. The mission, punish, destroy, leave a message the galaxy would never forget. Admiral Kane stood inside the Earth Command Center watching the fleets move. They wanted war, he said. Now they'll see how dangerous we can be. Inside alien space, the first strike, the alien homeworlds were still celebrating their brave invasion. News reports on alien channels called Humans Week. Alien leaders laughed in their councils, but they had no idea. Human ships were already inside their borders. Invisible. Listening. Waiting. At exactly 0200 hours. The first human strike began in an alien mining colony on the edge of their territory. The ground suddenly shook. Explosions ripped through fuel depots. Communications towers fell. Military outposts went silent. Alien miners ran in fear as human ghost teams emerged from the shadows, silent, deadly, one by one. Every alien soldier on the colony was eliminated. No survivors, no signals sent, just smoke, fire, and silence. Dangerous sabotage, human electronic warfare in orbit above the alien colony. Human cyber warfare ships jammed all frequencies. They sent false signals, made it look like nothing happened. From the outside, the colony looked fine, alive, safe, but inside, it was already dead. The humans didn't want a fast war. They wanted the aliens to feel fear, slowly. To never know where the next strike would happen. The alien High Command, confused and scared on the alien capital planet. High Commander Lothar stood before the War Council. His face was tired. His fleet was damaged. His pride, broken. Want answers. One alien general shouted, "Where are the humans now? Why did we lose contact with our mining colony?" Another screamed, "No reports from outpost stations. Where is our second fleet?" Panic spread across the council room. Lothar slammed his fist on the table. "We underestimated them," he growled. "These humans, they've become extremely dangerous. More human raids. The hunt expands in the next 48 hours. Human ghost teams hit 5 more alien outposts. Fuel stations exploded. Communication hubs were destroyed. Supply lines vanished. Every time the aliens sent rescue teams, they found burning wreckage, or worse, nothing at all. Not a single human body, not a single human ship on sensors, just destruction and silence. The aliens were now afraid to leave their own planets. Dangerous technology. Humans show new weapons during the raid on an alien shipyard. The aliens got their first real look at new human weapons. One human stealth fighter named Spectre attacked 6 alien corvettes alone. It moved unpredictably. Too fast for targeting systems. It dropped micromines that followed enemy engines like hunting animals. Laser-guided rail darts tore through alien ship holes like paper. In under 5 minutes, all 6 alien ships were destroyed. Alien engineers watching from the ground were speechless. "This is beyond dangerous." One alien technician whispered, "Psychological warfare continues. Fear spreads after every raid." Humans left a message behind. Sometimes it was just 2 words, written on walls, burned into metal, "Still hunting." Sometimes it was video footage of alien commanders from the first invasion, now captured, sitting blindfolded, then disappearing. Other times, alien computer systems started showing images of Earth's military strength. Huge fleets, thousands of fighters, planet-cracking weapons. The alien public started to panic. News reports turned dark. Alien civilians began protesting. Some called for peace. Others demanded revenge. But no one had answers. Where were the humans? When would they strike next? Nobody knew. That was the point. Human morale rising stronger on board the UEDF flagship Eclipse. Captain David Rourke gave a speech to his crew. "They crossed our border, broke the truce, entered dangerous territory, and thought we'd run," he smiled. They were wrong. The crew cheered. On every human ship, morale was high. Pilots, soldiers, engineers, commanders, all hungry for the next fight. The fear humans felt during the first invasion was now gone, replaced with something else, cold, focused, unstoppable rage. Alien High Command, desperation, grows on the alien homeworld. High Commander Lothar called an emergency meeting. "We need more ships, more weapons," he shouted. "Our enemies are everywhere. They strike without warning. One alien officer suggested deploying the plasma devastator, but others disagreed. We don't know where the humans are. We might hit our own people. Another said, sir, our people are scared. They're calling this the human shadow war. Lothar's face darkened. We must respond fast before they hit our capital next. But deep inside, Lothar knew they were already too late. Final scene. Next phase begins on Earth. Admiral Kane stood before a room of top commanders. A new order was about to be sent. Phase 3, he said. Time to push them into a dangerous corner. The screen behind him showed a map of alien space. Targets lit up in red. War plans activated. Human fleets already moving. And soon the real war would begin. The Alien War Council room was full of shouting voices. High Commander Lothar stood in the center, his hands shaking. One by one, reports kept coming in. Outposts destroyed, supply lines cut, entire patrol fleets missing. The humans were everywhere, but visible nowhere. It felt like they were playing a dangerous game, and the aliens were losing, badly. First 5 to 7 minutes, suspense hook. On a small alien-controlled moon named Zerathnin, an alien commander stood near the landing pads. He watched with confusion. But why were the human ships just sitting in orbit? 4 human destroyers hovered silently, weapons charged, but not firing. The aliens waited for a ground invasion. They positioned tanks, turrets, laid up defense turrets, laid minefields. But for 3 long hours, the humans did nothing. Then, suddenly, all human ships launched hundreds of small metallic pods toward the surface. The alien commander laughed. Escape pods, are they surrendering? But as the pods landed, they cracked open, and hundreds of autonomous ground drones crawled out. Armed, fast, deadly. The drones began tearing through alien defenses with terrifying speed. Turrets exploded, tanks melted, alien soldiers screamed, and high above, the human destroyers started bombarding the planet's surface with precision railgun strikes. In less than 15 minutes, the entire alien base was gone. Smoke covered the moon. Another human victory. Another warning. Human strategy. Psychological. Pressure rising on board the UEDF flagship Eclipse. Captain David Rourke studied the map of alien space. He smiled. This is what happens, he said, when they play a dangerous game, with dangerous humans. All over alien space, human fleets kept applying pressure, never letting the aliens rest. Attacks at random locations, decoy invasions, fake communication signals. MISDIRECTIO, and the aliens didn't know where to defend anymore. Their fleets spread to thin. Their commanders couldn't sleep. Panic grew. Alien mistakes, desperate counterattacks. In pure desperation, the aliens launched a two-front counterattack. They split their remaining fleets. One arm of their navy attacked the human colony on Europa-6. The other tried to retake the mining station on Vega Outpost. Both attacks failed horribly. At Europa-6, human ground forces used buried rail cannons. Alien ships exploded before they could enter orbit at Vega. Human fighter squadrons ambushed the alien fleet inside an asteroid field. The result, another 20 alien warships destroyed, and humans lost. Only 2 small frigates. The dangerous experiment, new human weapon deployed. Admiral Kane sat in Earth's War Command Center, his face calm but his eyes cold. Deploy Project Thunderstrike, he ordered. Within hours, a classified human weapon was launched from a secret station near Pluto. It was called the Zeus Array, a network of satellite-based particle cannons, capable of hitting targets across light years with pinpoint accuracy. The target, an alien shipyard near their second-largest planet. The aliens didn't even see it coming. One moment, normal. The next, the entire shipyard vanished in a explosion. Over 100 alien ships under construction, gone in seconds. Alien engineers, dead. Alien leadership, speechless. One alien technician fell to his knees, whispering, "These humans, they've become lethally dangerous." Alien morale breaking point. Alien citizens now feared to leave their homes. Trade routes shut down. Space stations remained dark. Factories stopped production. And still, the humans kept attacking, always from the shadows, always unpredictable, always deadly. Human propaganda making the aliens afraid at the same time. Human cyber teams hacked into alien entertainment networks. Across alien cities, civilian screens lit up, and human broadcasts played. Videos showed human fleets, human soldiers, new weapons, and one repeating message: "You played a dangerous game. Now it's our turn." Alien civilians screamed. Many started protesting against their government. Some demanded surrender. but the alien leadership refused. Too much pride, too much fear of losing control. High Commander Lothar dangerous decisions in his private chamber. Lothar stared at the large map of alien space. Red danger markers covered almost every sector. "Are losing," he whispered. His officers begged him to pull back to start peace talks. But Lothar's pride burned deep. "No," he growled. "I will launch one final push, a full fleet attack, directly at Earth. A risky, foolish, incredibly dangerous move." But Lothar had no choice. He needed a victory, any victory, before everything collapsed. Human command, watching the enemy move back on Earth. Admiral Kane watched alien fleet movements in real time. He saw Lothar's final push coming, a huge alien force moving toward Earth. Kane didn't panic, didn't flinch. He smiled. "This is what we've been waiting for," he said. "Let them come." Kane turned to his officers. "Alert all planetary defenses. Prepare orbital mines. Ready the orbital shield grid." And he paused. "Tell the Black Fleet, it's time." The officers nodded. The Black Fleet, humanity's most dangerous and secret war fleet, began to move, heading straight toward the incoming alien armada. Final scene. Both sides ready for total war. In the dark reaches of space, two massive fleets moved toward each other. Aliens, desperate for survival. Humans, determined for revenge. Two unstoppable forces, heading for the most dangerous battle of this war. And above it all, one message stayed true: you entered dangerous territory, and we're not done yet. The alien fleet moved fast. Their engines burned bright. Their ships carried thousands of soldiers, tanks, MACHS, heavy weapons. Their target, Earth's nearest colony world, New Terra Prime. High Commander Lothar stood on the bridge of his battleship. His voice full of anger. "They want to play a dangerous game," he shouted. "Then let's bring the fight to their ground." His officers cheered. They believed this would be their first real victory, but they didn't know they were walking straight into something dangerous, incredibly dangerous. First 5 to 7 minutes suspense. Hook from orbit. The alien fleet scanned New Terra Prime. It looked peaceful. Greenfields. Small cities, civilian buildings, no big space defenses, no visible armies. Lotha smiled. "This will be easy," he said. "Prepare all landing craft, full invasion force." Thousands of alien dropships launched. Troop carriers, armored units, air support fighters. The alien army approached the surface, but as they entered the atmosphere, strange things started happening. Suddenly, alien sensors blacked out. Targeting systems failed. GPS navigation went crazy. Dropships landed off course. Some crashed into mountains. Some dropped troops in the wrong zones, and some never landed at all. Shot down by hidden ground-based railguns buried deep underground. The alien invasion force was already falling apart before even reaching the surface. The ground trap, highly dangerous human Nesta, 1st Alien Battalion landed near what looked like a small farming town. No soldiers in sight, no resistance, just empty houses. The alien commander laughed. "Take positions, secure the area." His soldiers spread out, checking buildings, looking for humans. Then, a soldier opened the wrong door. A hidden laser turret activated. The alien was cut in half. Instantly, another soldier stepped into the street. Boom! An anti-personnel mine exploded. Screams filled the air. Within seconds, dozens of alien troops were down, and that's when the real horror began. From underground bunkers, human defense mechs rose, black steel giants, armed with heavy cannons and missile pods. They opened fire without mercy. Alien tanks were blown apart. Alien troops ran for cover, but there was none. Every street became a kill zone. Every building, a hidden bunker. Every rooftop, a sniper's nest. The aliens realized, too late, this wasn't a town. This was a trap. A deadly, highly dangerous trap. The orbital situation: no air support back in orbit. Alien air support fighters tried to assist, but Earth's orbital defense satellites activated. Laser beams and railgun shots filled space. Alien fighters were shot down before they could enter the atmosphere. Alien command ships tried to provide covering fire. But then, the human Black Fleet arrived. Stealth cruisers, heavy destroyers, battle carriers. They attacked the alien fleet from behind, catching them off guard. The alien command ships exploded one by one within minutes. The entire alien orbital fleet was wiped out. The ground invasion force was now trapped, cut off, alone, and surrounded. Alien ground forces, total panic. The grounder aliens fought to survive, but everywhere they turned, more human soldiers appeared. From tunnels, from hidden bunkers, from underground rail lines. It was like the humans had planned this for years. In truth, they had this planet. This colony was designed to lure enemies, a honey trap, a fake soft target. But behind the fake towns, behind the fake weakness, were millions of tons of military hardware, thousands of elite human soldiers, and automated defense systems. The aliens had walked into something incredibly dangerous, and now they were paying the price. Dangerous weapons. Humans show new alien tank unit tried to break through the human perimeter. They moved fast, blasting everything in their way, but then the ground below them exploded. Buried seismic charges flipped the tanks into the air as they crashed back down. Human drone swarms attacked. Small insect-sized bots crawled into tank engines, into weapon barrels, into ventilation systems. One by one, the tanks exploded from the inside. Alien soldiers abandoned their vehicles, only to be gunned down by human sniper teams. The last alien stand, surrounded by nightfall. The alien forces had lost 80% of their troops. No air support, no reinforcements, no communication with orbit. High Commander Lothar, still stuck on his crashed dropship, listened as his officers reported disaster after disaster. "Sir, we can't hold, sir. We're surrounded on all sides, sir. Our ammo is almost gone." Lothar grabbed his plasma rifle. "If we're going to die," he growled, "we'll take some humans with us." But as he stood to lead a final charge, a shadow moved nearby. A single human soldier appeared, out of nowhere, wearing black armor, no name, just the hunter's mark. Before Lothar could react, a silent pulse weapon fired. Lothar fell unconscious. Captured. Defeated. The human soldier dragged him away. Alien defeat. Total collapse by dawn. The entire alien ground force was gone. Some captured, most dead, few escaped. The human flag now stood high over New Terra Prime. The galaxy would soon hear what happened here. The aliens had launched their biggest ground invasion in centuries, and it had failed completely. Human broadcast. Warning sent hours later. Every alien communication channel was hacked again. A new human video played. Scenes of the destroyed alien fleet. Burning alien tanks, captured alien soldiers. And one final message from Admiral Kane. "You entered dangerous territory. You sent your armies. You lost them all. Next time, think twice." The message ended. Silence returned. Alien leaders stared at their screens, speechless. Some wept, some yelled, some just sat, frozen with fear. Final scene, preparing for the next strike back on Earth. Admiral Kane stood before the War Council. "The aliens will think twice before sending another invasion force," he said. "But we're not done." He pointed to the star map showing deep enemy territory. "It's time we take this fight to their home." The human commanders nodded. New orders were prepared. New fleets were mobilizing, and soon humanity would push deeper into alien space. The dangerous game was far from over. The alien capital planet was burning in fear. Sirens screamed in every city. Shuttles filled with civilians rushed toward underground bunkers. Alien news channels showed endless footage. Human fleets over their skies. Explosions in orbit. Destroyed defense stations. Their mighty fleets gone. Their ground defenses collapsing. And their leaders pushed into a dangerous corner. First 5 to 7 minutes suspense. Hook, inside the alien War Council chamber. Supreme Leader Vorak stood frozen. Holograms showed red danger markers spreading across every star system. Outposts gone. Supply lines cut. Space stations destroyed. And now, human ships were in low orbit above the capital city. Alien generals shouted over each other. "We need immediate evacuation." "No, we must launch the Suptipon. But we'll kill our own people. We don't have time." Supreme Leader Vorak slammed his fist on the table. His voice shook with rage and fear. "We pushed the humans too far," he said. "We played a dangerous game, and now we are losing everything." Human fleet's full siege begins above the alien planet. The human Black Fleet circled like hungry wolves. Stealth destroyers cut off escape routes. Interdictor ships blocked hyperspace jumps. Human cruisers targeted communication satellites. Admiral Kane stood on the bridge of the Eclipse, watching everything. "Make sure they know," he said. "We're here, we're watching, and we're not leaving." He sent a single message to the alien capital: surrender, or face total destruction. Alien leaders, total panic mode inside the council chamber. Arguments grew louder. One general suggested negotiating. Another wanted to launch a desperate last attack. A third suggested using chemical weapons against the humans, but all plans sounded weak and desperating stupid, the alien Minister of Science whispered. We are not just dealing with soldiers, we're dealing with something extremely dangerous, something we can't predict anymore. Supreme Leader Vorak sat down. For the first time in his career, he had no plan, no strategy, no hope. The alien public riots begin outside the government buildings. Millions of alien civilians gathered. Some begged for peace. Some demanded the government resign. Some screamed in anger. Fires burned in the streets. Police units failed to control the crowds. Shops were looted. Transport systems broke down. The entire planet was falling apart. From inside, and still, human ships waited, high above, watching, letting the fear grow. Human ground teams' final infiltration in the dead of night. Human ghost teams entered the capital city. Silently. Quickly. They sabotaged power grids. Cut internet links. Crippled military command centers. One by one, alien emergency response systems failed. Hospitals lost power. Military bases went dark. Even the main planetary defense shield shut down. The aliens were now completely exposed. The dangerous message, psychological warfare, continues at exactly 0300 hours. Every screen on the planet lit up. Admiral Kane's face appeared again, his tone colder than ever, his words simple and terrifying. You pushed us into this war, now we're pushing you to your knees. Behind him, live footage showed human fleets ready to fire. Thousands of missile bays opening, energy cannons charging. The message ended. Silence followed, but that silence was more terrifying than any explosion. By alien military, broken chain of command inside the alien military headquarters. Chaos ruled, no clear orders, generals giving conflicting commands. Some units tried to surrender, others refused. Some alien officers abandoned their posts. Some tried to run, but there was nowhere to go. Human ships had already surrounded the planet. Every jump route blocked, every escape plan useless. Alien, super weep on a dangerous last option in the deepest part of the planet. Hidden below layers of rock, the alien government kept one final weapon, a planetary core destabilizer, a bomb that could rip the entire planet apart, a last resort doomsday device. Supreme Leader Vorak stared at the activation console, his hands shook. If we can't win, should we destroy everything? He whispered. His science minister begged him, Sir, millions will die. Our entire civilization will be gone. Vorak hesitated. Sweat poured down his face. But deep inside, he knew, triggering the bomb would make them monsters, worse than their enemies. Human fleet preparing the final strike on board the Eclipse. Admiral Kane received reports. Alien defense systems offline. Government communications silent. No military response detected. His officers waited for the order. Should we begin orbital bombardment, sir? Kane stood silent for a moment. Then he said, give them one last chance. He opened a communication channel, spoke directly to the alien government, his voice sharp like a knife. You have 1 hour to surrender. If not, we end this. Your planet, your army, your government, gone. The countdown started. Alien Council, breaking point inside the War Council room. Supreme Leader Vorak looked at the clock. 59 minutes left. The generals stared at him. The minister stayed quiet. No one wanted to speak. No one wanted to be responsible for the end. Finally, Vorak stood. His voice cracked. Prepare the surrender signal. Gasps filled the room. But sir, no more. Vorak said, no more death. No more games. His pride was shattered. His empire broken. But deep inside, Vorak knew it was over. Final scene, human response waiting on the Eclipse. Admiral Kane watched the timer. 10 minutes left. 5 minutes, 2 minutes, then a signal came through. Alien surrender. Unconditional total. Kane nodded. He turned to his crew. Stand down, weapons, for now. The war wasn't fully over, but this battle was won. Humanity had pushed the enemy into the most dangerous corner. And finally, the enemy had broken. The alien capital planet lay in silence. Smoke rose from broken buildings. Streets were empty. Alien soldiers laid down their weapons. Civilians stayed hidden inside their homes. Above the planet, the human black fleets stayed in orbit, silent, UNMOV, ANG, but fully armed. Every alien knew the humans were still watching, and still dangerous. First 5 to 7 minutes suspense hook. Inside the alien government hall, Supreme Leader Vorak stood with shaking hands. Before him, on a large holoscreen, Admiral Kane appeared. Kane's face showed no emotion. His voice was sharp, cold. Final. You broke the truce. You entered dangerous territory. You brought war to our homes. He paused. Now we're here, in yours. Vorak lowered his head. I surrender, he said. His voice cracked with shame. I accept all human terms. The council fell silent. Alien generals defeated. Alien ministers hopeless. Vorak spoke the words none thought they would hear. We have lost. Human ground forces taking control within hours. Human dropships entered the planet's atmosphere. But this time, no shots were fired. Human soldiers landed peacefully. They moved quickly through alien cities, securing military bases, disarming weapons, taking high-ranking alien officers into custody. Ghost teams hunted down any alien leaders who tried to escape. The entire alien military was disarmed within 24 hours. The war was over, but the danger was not. Dangerous occupation keeping the peace. Admiral Kane knew this was the most dangerous part of any war. The aftermath, keeping control over an enemy population, preventing uprisings, stopping sabotage. Inside the human command center on the planet, Kane gave orders, strict curfews, full communications, control, round-the-clock patrols. Alien citizens were warned. Any attack on human soldiers would be answered with full force. The aliens listened. They knew by now. Humans never gave empty threats. War crimes, trials, alien leaders faced justice within a week. Captured alien generals stood trial. The charges breaking the 1,000-year truce, attacking civilian human colonies, authorizing war crimes. Live broadcasts showed the trials across the galaxy. Alien civilians watched in silence as their former leaders were found guilty, some sentenced to life in off-world prisons, some executed. The message was clear. This was the price for starting a dangerous war with humans. The human flag raised high at the center of the alien capital. Human soldiers raised the Earth flag. Cameras captured the moment. News broadcasts showed it to every corner of known space. For the first time in history, humans had fully conquered an alien homeworld. The galaxy watched in shock. Some species cheered for humanity. Others grew afraid. If humans could do this to one powerful empire, they could do it again. To anyone. The dangerous warning. Humans send a message. Admiral Kane stood in front of a live broadcast camera. He wore full uniform, his medals shining. His words simple, direct, unforgettable. Let this be a lesson to any species thinking about attacking us. We were peaceful for 1,000 years. You broke that peace. You pushed us into war. He stared into the camera. Next time, remember this. Humans, don't forget. And we don't forgive easily. The transmission ended. Every government across the galaxy replayed that message again and again. A chilling reminder. Alien citizens living under human rule for the first time. Alien civilians lived under human occupation, but humans kept their word. No mass punishments, no citywide bombings, no civilian slaughter, but strict control remained. Curfews, weapons bans, travel restrictions. Over time, small acts of alien resistance appeared. But each time, human soldiers responded fast, with overwhelming force. It didn't take long for the message to spread. Don't test human patience again. The 1,000-year truce, permanently broken across the galaxy. Historians marked the day the truce ended. The old peace was gone. Forever. New diplomatic lines were drawn, new alliances formed, new enemies feared humanity more than ever, but most chose to stay far away from human space. Humanity's final move, total withdrawal after 6 months of occupation. Admiral Kane called his officers. We've done what we needed, he said. We've punished them. We've taken their fleets, their weapons, their leaders. He paused. Now we leave. Some officers were surprised, but Kane explained. We don't want their planet. We don't need their resources. We just wanted them to learn what happens when you cross the line. Within days, human fleets packed up, loaded their equipment. Boarded their ships. And left, leaving behind silence and fear. The galaxy remembers. Humans proved dangerous long after the war ended. The galaxy kept telling stories about it. How humans stayed quiet for 1,000 years. How aliens entered dangerous territory. How humans smiled, and then struck back with unstoppable force. Some called it the Shadow War. Some called it the Trucebreaker conflict. But most simply called it the time humans showed their true nature. Final scene on board the Eclipse Admiral. Kane stood on the bridge, watching the alien planet shrink in the distance. One officer asked him, "Sir, do you think they'll try again?" Kane smiled, but it wasn't a happy smile. It was cold, dangerous, double quotes. "No," he said, "they won't." He turned away, not for another 1,000 years. The human fleet jumped to hyperspace, and the stars fell silent again.